Who is ready for my best boy name list yet? I have such good ones for today's video. So if you are new here and you don't know, hello, my name is Allie. I am currently 20 weeks pregnant with my fourth baby, and this baby is a girl. So these are my top favorite boy names that I love but won't be using. When I first found out I was pregnant, my husband and I were both so sure that this baby was going to be a boy. And at the time, we had 0 names in mind that we both loved. So I was on the hunt for a boy name that we both loved. And to be honest, we never really found one. So most of these names are boy names that I love and he did not. So if we do have another boy in the future, we're in for it. But let's go ahead and jump into this list. So the first name on this list is actually one that my husband did like. This was probably the one that we were most considering. I don't know if I had him fully on board, but that was the name Ellis. We have a Truett and a Riggs, so we have that more last name as first names vibe going, and I felt like Ellis really sounded very well with our boys' names, and my husband liked it. I don't know if he necessarily loved it, but it was one that we were kind of playing around with. The next name on this list, and this was probably my top name for this baby if it was a boy, and that was the name Wells. I loved this name. I thought it sounded so perfect with our other boys' name, but I could not get my husband on board. The first thing he said to me was, Wells Fargo? Seriously? Which I feel like with every name, you're gonna find some association with it. I just feel like that shouldn't stop you if you really love a name, Wells. I love how short it is. It's such a handsome name to me, but my husband, he absolutely hated it. So the next name that I loved so much, and that is the name Rudy. Oh man, this was one that I really tried hard to get my husband to love, and he just did not at all. It's just such a sweet vintage but more unique sounding name. This next one, and I love this name. I honestly don't know if it really goes with our other boys' names, but it's just one that I just genuinely love. It is such a classic. It is the name Arthur. This name is just so sweet sounding. I just see a very sweet, more timid little boy named Arthur. And I love the nickname Artie. I think that is just absolutely precious, but my husband did not like it at all. So this next one is one that I really like. I don't know if I love it, and I don't know if I could actually pull the trigger. This was actually one that my husband was starting to root for, and that is the name Callahan. He really liked this name because he loves the nickname Cal, but every time I say Cal, I feel like I'm saying cow. I don't know. I couldn't get that out of my head. But I do like the name a lot, and if I ever see another kid with this name, I think, oh, that's such a nice name. This next one is one that I actually heard. I was in Kansas visiting some family, and we were at a thrift store, and a mom yelled her son's name out, and it was Solomon. And when she said it, I was like, that is such a nice, handsome name. I love the association with the Bible, and Solomon was the wisest man to ever live. And I don't know why I never thought about this name Solomon. And I also thought you call him Solly, which I thought was really cute. But Solomon is such a strong, handsome name. So he didn't say no to this one. So this one could be like a contender if we do have a 5th baby. And the next name that is also part of that list is the name Rhodes. If you have been here and watched my previous baby name, you know how much I love this name. And still, I was really trying to get my husband on board. And it's so funny because Rhodes, to me, sounds like a name that he would love, but he just doesn't. I don't know. And there are 2 people in this relationship, 2 people naming babies, so I want him to love a name just as much as I do. And he did not. So, nothing I can do about it, but if you are naming a little boy, name him Rhodes. I love that name. And then tag me and tell me because I want to hear about it. The next name on this list is the name Beck. I don't know if I could actually use this one. I don't know if I love it that much, or not necessarily love it that much, but I don't know. I don't know if it fits with the rest of our boys, maybe it kind of does. My mom, her name is Rebecca, and she went by Becky a lot, and then my mother-in-law is also Rebecca, and she goes by Becky. But I do like the name Beck. I think it is just a very handsome, short, sweet name, which is kind of what I am more drawn to. It's just a cool name. Like, I just think of a really sporty little kid named Beck, but my husband didn't like it, so. It's so crazy. When you're pregnant, I swear, it must be a God thing. Like, gives off a vibe of what the baby's supposed to be named. So this baby is a girl, and we have a name picked out for her, and it feels just so right. Just so right. And I played around with a few other names for her that I really loved, and I was like playing around with it, and it just did not feel right. If you've been pregnant, you get this. So I feel like when you really go with a name that you truly love, you'll just love it, and it'll age with them. I still love all my kids' names. Naming a kid can be so hard and so stressful though, so that's why you just gotta go with what you love. Don't worry about the trends. Don't worry about what Sally thinks over here. You do what you love. That is the only way it is going to be timeless to you, if that makes sense. The next name on this list is the name Asher. I have loved this name for a very long time. I've probably have mentioned it on a past baby boy name list before. I'm not 100% sure. Every time I see it, I just like it. You know, you just see a name and you're like, yeah, that's a nice name. This is one of them, Asher. My husband does not. If you guys are curious, my husband, to get how different we are, like our style of names, we both like unique names, but in different ways. So the fact that we both agreed on 2 other boy names is a miracle. He loved and still loves the name Bane. He was so sure if this was a boy that was going to be his name. Bane. If you don't know, it is the villain off of Batman. I didn't know that at the time when he first said it, and then when he first said it, I was like, interesting, because it is shorter, which I like. Shorter name is more unique, which I like. Bane. But I don't know. But do you understand? Like, he loves Bane. I love Arthur. So we're just very, very different. And he also thought of another name. I can't even. Honestly, we need to have my husband do a baby name list. Like, it would be very interesting. I can't remember what the name was, but it was like way off the walls. You guys think I'm off the walls? I don't even compare to the names he suggests. So also, if you don't know, I recently started TikTok. So I'm on TikTok now, and I've been doing more baby names on there. So if you guys want more baby name inspiration, definitely check me out. I will link that below for you guys. But if you are pregnant with a baby boy, congratulations. That's so, so exciting. I pray for you as you try to find a boy name, because I know how hard it can be. But I really hope this video helped, and I'll see you next one. Bye guys.